foot, and a win for each of these teams is huge when it comes down to it at the end of the season.
Coppola was 59% last year. We're underway. That was 10th best in the nation as he goes after it, and we get an early call here, Danny, looks like.
Hold on, Penn State. Good possession starter for...
Alaric Faceoff played mostly last year, had a productive year, but they've gone with Faceoff, who had 18 saves last weekend in the win over Lafayette, as scrappy pulls and wing play for Penn State. Very athletic year to year, and the Nittany Lions will get their first possession.
I'm excited to see this Villanova defense. I think, they have some really great young guys that are looking to build upon what they did last year. Sense of miscommunication. He was, naked for a couple of seconds. His buddy saw him, and he knew, put that thing in the back of the net.
Danny, lots of depth midfield-wise. Talking with Jeff Tambroni, we had a good chance to chat with the 13th year coach for Penn State. They have 7 or 8 or 9 midfielders. They have a lot of depth. They're healthy, and they're running a lot of guys out there on the field, even early in the game.
Absolutely, and when you have that kind of depth at the midfield especially, you can really wear teams down and get some fresh guys out there in the third and fourth quarter, and I think that's what Coach Tambroni is looking for.
Out of the top 6 midfielders that played last week, on with all the athletes they have out in space and can move the ball around, but TJ Malone really can distribute. He can score as well, and Justin Coppola wins the faceoff.
This is a big possession for Villanova. They really need to settle down. 2 back-to-back goals for Penn State. They really need to, give their defense a breather. When you have those, tough injuries and you have new guys subbing in, they know the systems, but there's still some time where they, need to build chemistry with each other. And I'm sure that they're working on that down low for Penn State.
The Wings go after it well, including 44, the Paul Papuono, the sophomore out of Wayne, PA, and Malvern Prep.
Out there and just, got lost in their rotation, and there was no one there.
These teams have been able to score in recent memory. Villanova has broken their single-season goals record again. They broke it last year with 199. The 2017 team broke the 2016 team's record, Danny. All of you guys were setting the records year after year. They broke it again last year.
That are fifth years or graduate students, he just looks like one. He's so big, so strong, so athletic. He has all the tools, and I know, like you mentioned, Coach Corrado is really pulling for him to have a good season this year.
Hudson Bohn might have jumped that time. He'll jump a little bit. Very aggressive, very twitchy. He'll win a lot of them as a result. There were some face-off violations for both Hudson Bohn and Lafayette last week because he's so quick and athletic. And the rivalry has been really fun, Danny. You've had some close wins. John Klug game-winning goal overtime 2018 at Holoba Hall. Last year, 13-12 win for Villanova. Pat Daly had the game winner in the last minute.
Yeah, that game in 2018 was so much fun. It was our opener for the season. John Klug's 6th year, and seeing how happy just everyone was for everything that he's been through to get that overtime winner to kick off our season. It really put.
You can't get any easier than that for Luke Mercer, who came in with 3 career goals. He already has 2 of them here this afternoon. As the waning moments of the first quarter, the fans still filing into Villanova Stadium. As Hudson Bohn, number 31 in blue, out of Orlando, dueling with Justin Coppola. Is that a push? It's a flag. Villanova gets it, and we'll have our first extra man of the day coming up. Chet Comizio shoots and scores. The All-American puts it in.
What a goal! That is a juice goal, what they call it. When a primarily defensive player comes down on a break and they're not sliding to him, and he sticks one in the back of the cage. Everyone gets pumped up about that. We'll see if this is. They got the penalty, too. It could be a double dip here. We'll see what happens.
Preseason Inside Lacrosse, 3rd-team All-American last year. Inside Lacrosse, USILA, honorable mention All-American. Had 24 caused turnovers last year, already in the top 10 in Villanova history in that statistic, and adds another goal to what's been a glorious career. His brother TJ was a standout here at Villanova, now playing professionally, and the Comizio family just working so hard. Chet Comizio is always the first one into the weight room, the hardest working guy. Justin Coppola wins it, and he's denied by Faceoff.
That would have been another huge momentum goal for Villanova. It looks like the dynamic midfielder to have at your arsenal.
He's really taken off in the preseason, according to Mike Corrado and the coaching staff for Villanova. Obviously, he jumps off the tape with his athlete. Woody Durham returning to the staff in the offseason, back where he used to be. And Great attendance here at Villanova Stadium. A duel between two very crafty face-off guys. Right by the restraining line. Who wants it? It's Penn State who comes up with it. Might be a push. There's a flag. It could be on Matt Licata. Really struggled last year, just 40th best. Not the standard. Again, the 2019 fair or otherwise. You were used to Penn State scoring for a couple seasons with some of the greats in all of college lacrosse history. When you have guys like T.J. Malone and Jack Traynor was out, it wasn't the same offense. And just 1-4 against the Big Ten. And they got good goalie play from Alaric Faceoff. Close defense this season is Sam Sweeney, but he's an LSM by nature, so will be good in transition on plays like that for what's his second career goal. Justin Coppola and Hudson Bohn on the face-off. Chet Comizio playing the wing, and Villanova will go with a pole and a shorty like you're seeing today. They get possession and the timeout. That 25th career multi-goal effort by Pat Daly, who had 33 total goals last year. He now has a goal in 36 of his last 42 games, electing to use his 5th year. He's gotten even stronger in the weight room, according to the Villanova coaches. Coming off another fantastic season. He had 2 goals against Georgetown in the Big East final. Villanova beat Denver in the semis, lost to the...
Playing for the Top Gun Fighting Clams, a program that I played for growing up as well. So I love seeing players follow that pipeline, Massachusetts guys. He's a hockey player too. I know that, gets some of his stick skills from there. But yeah, great goal.
Penn State picks up the ball. The faceoffs will be close, you feel. We've seen it. So the wing play, Grant Hoff, that'll be important. We've seen onset against Penn State last year with just under a minute left. Also had 4 goals at Yale. That'll be Villanova's next opponent a week from today. It'll be a doubleheader with the women's lacrosse team in their home opener against St. Joe's. So 2 home lacrosse games, both on Flow Sports, a week from today.
To the point where, Villanova ran out of rotations and Traynor was able to, have a pretty easy goal.
Justin Coppola trying to win the faceoff against Hudson Bohn, eventually won by the pole. Ryan O'Connor, number 42, local kid out of Springfield High here in the Philly area. He was named a 3rd-team All-American as he had 89 points. He led the conference in points per game a season ago and had 10 hat tricks. That's his first goal of the day. Hudson Bohn helping Penn State win faceoffs. They've taken a slight advantage in that area. We thought it'd be close like it was last year. We see a penalty flag on the faceoff, Danny.
And
time program with Brian Karalunas. You saw Kevin Cunningham emerge as one of the best attackmen in Villanova history. Matt Licata has a very comparable skill set. Is quick, is shifty, is small, can pass, can dodge, can go lefty and righty like so many Villanova players that have used 2 hands.
There's a long possession. The defense is going to be worn down. And you have opportunities like that where, you have one of your better players with a chance to step in and put all of his weight behind a shot from about 10 yards, and he's going to try to can that every single time.
I think Penn State was asking for some sort of pushing call perhaps, but the Nittany Lions do retrieve it. The Traynor boys teaming on 12 of 19. Justin Coppola 9 of 21 as they go at each other here at the start of the 4th quarter. Justin Coppola comes away with it here. And Villanova, a well-deserved face-off win for their offense that has looked quite good.
That today, but when he's getting his opportunities with his hands free, he's making them count.
Last year, he ranked 20th in the country in points, 18th in goals. Justin Coppola wins the face-off, looking there in space for Matt Licata, who tries to run it down.
No one slid. He probably needed someone to go, and he walked, right down towards the middle of the field and was able to bury one.
Face-offs are a +1 for Penn State. Hudson Bohn hunts it down. 28th meeting between Villanova and Penn State. The 18th duel in the last 20 years. Didn't play in the redo 2021 season. And Faton made a heck of a stop there on the blast. 1 goal, had tons of injuries in high school. So a healthy Matt Traynor, a healthy Jack Traynor. Here's the face-off. Hudson Bohn, real athletic kid out of Orlando, starting to get better and better and better obviously having to go up against tough face-off guys.
And score. And Chet Camizio is telling his guys, guys, keep our head up. We know how to end this game.
That's a good timeout. Good words of wisdom by Coach Carano, and a spirited face-off win by Justin Coppola, who eventually tracks down and gets Villanova possession, as he was 10th best in the country in face-off percentage last year, and he wins a big one there. He's won 12 face-offs.
Villanova.
6 goals last year, as we just stated, including that game winner. That's what Pat Daly did last year. He had 4 game-winning goals, which led the Big East Conference. And Villanova wins the face-off. Chet Camizio off the wing.
That's the second massive ground ball that Chet Camizio's had within the last minute. He saved the possession earlier.
Coppola against Hudson Bohn, 2 terrific face-off specialists, as it's Bohn and Coppola, open, loose ball, and it's Chet Camizio, the All-American, who takes control.
Again, third massive ground ball by him within the last few minutes. He's, grad student